I look so bad today, but you know what? It is what it is, and that's kind of appropriate because I need to get my life together. So obviously that has been kind of the point of this whole reset series that I've been doing on my channel. This is more, I have been procrastinating and putting things off for a couple of days. I slept in late today. If you can hear that, it's the dogs playing right next to me. I'm not gonna stop them. That's just cruel. But I have just been procrastinating and I need to figure out a new schedule because I have fallen off the wagon of my schedule just lightly. Like, it's only been a couple of days. So I wanted to document how I kind of get back on track when I have those couple of days that things haven't exactly gone to plan. Because this used to be something where if things didn't go to plan, if I kind of fell off, I was just like, well, that's it for the week. But it's never too late to start, you know? It doesn't have to be a Monday. It doesn't have to be like the beginning of a month. You can start things whenever. You can get back on track whenever. Like, it is 10 a.m. now. I usually try to get up at like 5 or 6 just because then I kind of have time before my day starts to do some things for me. But today I ended up getting up at like 8. So I got a late start to the day on top of having like put a lot of things off for a couple of days. So I am starting kind of way behind. I might be getting lapped, if you will, if this were a race, but there's no reason I can't catch up. So I have already kind of like started my morning. Obviously I got dressed, but like I'm just wearing sweatpants. It's not that exciting. And I've done my journaling, but I haven't done the rest of my morning routine. I literally have the hardest time with following my routines. I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, like the morning and night routine of going and washing my face and everything, even though I know it's something that I should do and something that makes me feel good, I have such a hard time sticking with it. I'm trying to work on like making it a habit and figuring out a way to really get on top of it, but we're not quite there yet. But I am going to go and like wash my face and everything later because I know that is something that is going to make me feel a lot better, something that's going to make me feel super like put together and everything. I don't know how I became part of this, guys, but like I don't want to be part of this. They have so much energy in the morning and it's ridiculous. But speaking of energy, actually, part of the reason that I've fallen behind on things is because I've just had a couple of days where for some reason this happens to me sometimes, and sometimes it lasts a really long time, but I just can't motivate myself to do hard things. I can't motivate myself to do really anything that like I have to do. It's not even hard things, but things that I know like will take a little bit more brain power. I just feel exhausted and I just don't want to do them. And I've been working on fixing my sleep schedule, so I don't know if it's that, but like that's also something that we're trying to figure out. This video series is never going to end because the quest to like figure myself out, it is endless, but that's not a bad thing. That is a good thing. First step for me figuring out my stuff, I have had breakfast. I didn't finish it because I have oatmeal with like protein powder because one, I'm trying to get protein powder or more protein in. I'm trying to hit like a protein goal, but two, I like the taste of protein powder. Like it adds like a snickerdoodle taste, which I really enjoy, but it makes it super filling. So I'm going to kind of pick at it throughout the morning, but I have fueled myself, have my coffee, took my medication this morning. My very first step whenever I'm trying to sort everything out is to get everything out of my head and put it elsewhere, because if it's just staying in my head, it's just going to get chaotic. I'm going to start forgetting things. So I'm just going to take, like, before I even look at my to-do list from yesterday and see all the things that I didn't get done and like reschedule things, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do a brain dump, which is essentially where I just write down whatever's on my mind. It could be literally anything. Like a lot of it is probably going to be to-dos, but just anything that is on my mind, I'm going to get it out of my brain and onto a paper, but it's not really a paper because it's digital, but you know what I mean. It will be on a page, so then I can like kind of capture it into actual actionable tasks. But I need to just get it all out of my head first. So I have more of a handle on what needs to be done today, Yay! So I've also been kind of planning for the rest of the week, but that is one of the things that is on my to-do list for the day. I have a reasonable amount because one mistake that I have made so many times is like, well, I'm just going to put my head down and like do a bunch of work and that will get me back on track. No, that's not going to work. It's not going to happen. Like realistically, it is not going to happen. I can make a massive to-do list and it's just not realistic. So on Notion in like the calendar view, I can kind of see the amount of things that I've gotten done on days before. And I kind of try to keep it to like the same amount of things. If I end up doing extra things, awesome. I will add them to that list because I want to like feel that sense of accomplishment seeing how much I did. Before I go and wash my face and everything, even though I know I should do it first, I want to get a couple of things checked off of my to-do list so then I can feel like I have gotten going. And then I will take a few minutes for my self-care. It's just kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed by how far behind I am and the fact that I have to like reschedule and figure things out again. So to kind of negate that feeling of being overwhelmed and be like, I have time, a lot of these tasks aren't going to take a really long time. It's just because I have allowed them to pile up. It seems like a lot. I am going to get a couple of things done first thing now, even though it is already kind of later in the day, but all the more reason to get some stuff done. Tired. It's like, what time is it? Shortly after 1, and I have been pretty productive. I've knocked a ton off of my to-do list actually, so I am really excited about that. I had lunch. I had some leftover ramen, which I was hoping was going to give me energy, but it's kind of just made me sleepy, and it's raining outside, so like it was a nice like cozy meal to have, but I'm still really losing steam. So I was like, okay, since I know I'm losing steam, my next like plan of attack is usually to do something that doesn't require a ton of energy so I can kind of like sit on the couch and just chill and do it and like watch YouTube videos, do something that's mindless. So I've done like one of the 2 tasks that I had planned, but getting myself to do that second task is seeming like a lot. And I think it's also because it's something that I have put off for a while now, but I do like need to do it because it is part of what I need to do. So yeah, I feel so tired and I just want to have a nap. And if after doing this, I'm still feeling like this, I will maybe try and have like a 30-minute power nap, because sometimes I don't even need to fall asleep. Most of the time I don't even fall asleep. I just kind of lay there and do nothing. And then I feel ready to go again. So I'm going to try and push through just because I did wake up late today. So I want to like get back on track. But if I need it, I will have a little baby nap. I got a new bike yesterday. By the way, it's the end of the day. I have gotten quite a bit done, but honestly, I have been sitting on the couch for the past couple of hours because I've hit a wall basically. And then I was like, okay, maybe I will start, because I revamped my whole posting schedule, and then it was like, I'll start editing my one video, but then I'm having issues doing that. So now I'm just frustrated and annoyed, and that's how we are here. So I got a new bike yesterday because I don't have a bike here. I do really enjoy bike riding, but I haven't like gone bike riding in a really long time. But then last year when I was visiting my sister in California, we went for a really long bike ride and I loved it. So yesterday I got a bike, and I have been wanting to go for a bike ride all day today, but it kept on saying there was a chance of rain, and it kept like pushing further in the day. So then I was like, well, when am I gonna go? But now it isn't raining anymore, and it's not supposed to for the rest of the day. However, it is like 5:19 and I feel like it's gonna be busy, so I don't really want to go now. But I also am feeling kind of annoyed about the whole video thing, because I'm finding myself going into a place where what happens is I have so many ideas for videos. I have so many videos that I want to do, and some of them are like more time sensitive, so I can't fit them all into the period of time that they are supposed to fit in. So I already like was making a schedule that was kind of cutting back from my original ambitious schedule. But now I'm just finding myself getting very, very frustrated because I still am like, I don't have time to really stick to that schedule either. So I think I'm gonna go for a bike ride now to kind of clear my head. I'm feeling like that is what I'm needing. Like I could journal, but if I'm still feeling like crap when I come home, then I will do that. But I think right now I just wanna go for like a quick activity in the fresh air, and that might make me feel a little bit better because I haven't spent a lot of time outside today either because of the weather. So I'm just gonna go for a bike ride and hopefully come back feeling a little bit more at peace. Good morning, everyone. It's actually a new day and I'm still getting my life together and getting caught up after a couple of days off, but I feel like today I'm kind of in more of a right mindset for that. Yesterday I really tried and like I got the day off to a pretty good start. I was really determined to kind of turn things around, but then it just kind of went downhill where I just felt really exhausted and not like doing anything. And that is like kind of an unfortunate thing that happens to me pretty often. I probably need to make a doctor's appointment for it now that I do actually have a doctor, which is like unheard of in Quebec, but I probably should in case I have like chronic fatigue or something, because I was sleeping a ton and like I still just felt exhausted. But I think my body is also like recovering, you know, from a couple of years of just feeling like crap. And obviously like everything that I'm doing, I need to realize it's taking up a lot of energy. So it does make sense that I'm tired and that I don't always feel like my best self and like doing things that I know take a lot of energy. Like for example, filming to me just seems to be like the hardest thing right now. And not filming like this, but like putting on makeup and getting ready, which I don't have to do, but I just feel so much better when I do that. So I know that like if I decide to not put on makeup and not really get ready and film like a regular sit down video, I'm going to go and edit it, and I'm already in a place where I don't feel like the most self-confidence. So it's just going to make me feel worse and make me kind of dread editing it. So it's just like for the best that I do actually get ready. I just need to kind of be gentle and kinder to myself, and I think I'm on the right track to do that today. I felt a lot better. Like I still slept in a little bit. I got up at like 6:37-ish, but I definitely felt like I was well rested and I was ready for the day, and I took the morning to kind of be with myself. I want to kind of try and make a habit of practicing mindfulness in some sort of way in the mornings, because that really gets me like on the right track to connect with what I'm feeling that day and just makes me feel a lot better. So I've been trying to get into meditation, and I do really struggle with it because it's hard for me to like just focus and get into that headspace, especially because in the morning, like the dogs are all crazy and I could have gone to a different room, but I didn't, but whatever. I did like a little 10-minute morning meditation. I'll try and remember to link the one that I did down below, but I felt so much better after that. Like I kind of left that practice and I just felt like I had a little smile on my face, which was exactly what I was needing. I wanted to just kind of like get myself into a good mood first thing in the morning. And that wasn't first thing. I did like have breakfast first and do some other things first, but I still felt really good about taking that time for myself. So then right after that, I went to journal, which I do every single day, kind of in that relaxed sort of state. I felt like it was a good time to be journaling because I was in touch with those feelings, if that makes sense. This is also new to me and something that I used to think was like, I don't know, just not for me, the whole like spiritual mindfulness thing. I was like, okay, whatever, but it has just been making like such a difference in how I feel and my life. So if it's not for you, that's fine. But like, I do encourage you to try and give it a try because I never would have before, but it definitely is something that I'm glad that I've done. I realized that what I've been struggling with is like, I was kind of researching it a bit this morning, but time anxiety is what it is. So it's something that I'm going to have to work on a little bit more. So that's a project that I've given myself for today. And part of that is, I know that with ADHD, you definitely can have time blindness. So you don't necessarily realize like how much time has passed or how long it takes you to do certain tasks. So today, in order to make like an accurate schedule, I want to kind of like, it's not just going to be today, it's going to be a project that I do going forward, but I want to time the tasks that like I have to do regularly. Last night I did not do my nighttime routine, which is unfortunate, but honestly, I have such a hard time motivating myself to do those things sometimes. But this morning I did. Like, I showered so then I could film. My face has been washed, teeth brushed, bed made, and I almost skipped that one because I was like, or I could just not do it. But then I was like, no, like I'm here already. So I forced myself to do it, which I'm really happy about. I just have gotten so many things off of my to-do list already, and it's only like, it's 11. So I feel really good about that. And this is like getting the day started off on the right foot. I don't want to dwell on how the rest of the week has been going and how I haven't really been hitting the goals I've had for myself. Like, that's okay. Every day is a new day, and I just have to remind myself of that and try to start fresh the day after and do what I can. Whatever isn't checked off of my to-do list obviously wasn't actually meant to be done, and that's okay. You know, I need to remind myself of that, and I think that will help me to get back on track. I also have been telling myself, like, I want to get back into TikTok because I think I mentioned yesterday that that seems to be like kind of the easiest way for me to share some of the recommendations videos that I would like to do for books, but don't necessarily like have the time to film a full-fledged video for. I will try to, but I might not have time, and I do still want to talk about all these books and like share recommendations, but for some reason I just kept on putting off like doing these TikToks and everything, and I cannot explain to you why, because I had them all planned out, really excited about them. It's just like the videos that I want to film, but it like with TikToks, it makes even less sense because I'm not even showing my face in them, but whatever. I did get one up this morning, so I'm really excited about that. If you wanted to follow me on TikTok, it's at Hailey in Bookland. Little shameless plug, but I'm definitely going to be posting a lot there. I have so many ideas that I'm super excited about. But I was showing some of the self-help books that I've gotten recently. This is just a few, like I have a ton more upstairs and I'll do a haul soon, but I wanted to show you guys a little mini haul. I basically have gotten ones that I've kind of seen everywhere, and then some other ones that I just felt like might like really help me. Basically, books have like really helped me before, so I am counting on them to do it again. I know a lot of it is putting in the work myself, but these will give me the tools, you know, that I need to do that. So I have a couple of books by Brianna Wiest because I've been seeing her stuff everywhere. So I just started off with a couple, although it seems like she has like 4 or 5. So I have The Mountain Is You, which is transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. I'm really good at self-sabotage. I'm a master of that. So if I could be a master of self-mastery, that would be really cool. And then 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by the same author. These two I've seen everywhere, like all over Pinterest and all of that stuff. Then I got The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. Own Your Morning, Elevate Your Life. I used to get up at 5 a.m. and it's something that like I've been struggling with a little bit lately, but I feel my best when I wake up at 5 a.m. I do really love doing it. So this might be the motivation that I'm missing. The Power of Habit, I don't think I talked about in this video, but I have been reading this over the past a little bit by Charles Duhigg. So I'm working my way through this, and it's why we do what we do in life and business. And then we have The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer, The Journey Beyond Yourself. I think this is more of kind of like a spiritual, like spirituality book. Like I said, never would have thought I would have been interested in something like this, but I actually really am. And like, not in terms of religion, but just kind of like connecting with myself. And on that same note, I also picked up The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, which is a guide to spiritual enlightenment. And finally, for what I have here is The Artist's Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity by Julia Cameron. I am my happiest when I'm being creative, and I've just seen this book everywhere, so I think that I will really like this. I actually have a version of this that is for writers upstairs that I should really delve into as well. But yeah, that is kind of what's going on this morning. I'm really hoping that I'm not going to hit a wall later, which is kind of what's been happening lately. But if I continue to kind of like check some things off of my to-do list, stay on task, and really prioritize, I think that I will be in a good place for the rest of the day. So good morning. We are going to have a good day. We are not going to hit a wall. It's going to be a fantastic day, which I already kind of said, but you get the point. I'm just affirming it for myself. You've seen me have this ramen like 3 times in this video, but it's just so freaking good. But this is going to be the last helping because I'm almost done, so I'm finishing up the leftovers. I did do my makeup, which I'm really happy about because lately that has been, I mean, mostly it's my hair, honestly. That's the step that I can't get myself to do, but it dried like okay. I didn't really put curling product in, but like it decided to be curly today, but it is a little bit poofy because I didn't like scrunch it or anything. So I'm not sure if I'm going to just be lazy and leave my hair like this and do some filming. I don't know, we'll see how I'm feeling, but I am going to take a little like lunch break because it is lunchtime now before I actually get to filming, and I'm just so excited to eat more of this ramen. Don't look behind me. Just don't do it. I know you're looking. Just don't look, okay? At least you can't see beside me here because that's equally as bad, if not worse. But tragedy has befallen me. I was getting ready to film. I put little cute things in my hair, but I realized that my camera has been on and the microphone since the last time I filmed, which was like a month ago or something. I don't even remember when the last time I filmed was. So the camera, it's fine because it like goes to sleep and it has a little like plug-in battery pack, but my microphone is dead. And I'm so sad about that because I was just not prepared for that. And it needs AAA batteries, and I have a million AA batteries, but no AAA batteries. But we are going to persevere, and I'm just gonna film without the microphone. Like, I'm not that worried. The sound quality is still good. I don't want to use this camera because then the battery is just going to die and I'm going to get frustrated. I just want to sit down and freaking film something, and I've gotten so close, so now I just need to follow through on the end. But yeah, I'm hitting a bunch of obstacles along the way, but we are going to get there. So I have my iPad here so then I can like have all the books that I was planning out. I have some of the books already stacked in front of me, and we're going to get some videos filmed. I'm excited. It's going to be a good filming day. I'm gonna get myself all pumped up. I am a little bit tired and I'm like losing energy, but once this is done, I'm like done for the day. That's going to be great. So let's just get rolling. Of course, the second that I stop, like sit down filming, they settle in the bed together. This is my life. I'm almost actually done my to-do list for the day. I'm so excited about this. This hasn't happened in so long. I can't even speak clearly. I filmed 3 videos, and one of them I ended up doing in a different way than I was expecting to, but I also really like it. I was doing my July TBR and I was like, wouldn't it be fun if I like also did just kind of like my reset routine? But then I didn't end up really doing my reset routine. I ended up instead just showing what that might look like. So I don't know, I thought it was more fun to do it that way. I think that's something I'm going to talk about it in that video, but oh, I spilled ramen on my shirt. Do you see that? And I can't even change the camera angle. There's so much happening. I need to just hold it, and I don't want to hold it. Can I put it down here? The lighting is not great. Whatever, I don't even care. I have so many video ideas that I want to do. Like, I have so many videos that I will want to film, but right now my office is in such a state that I cannot get myself to sit down to film them. I did film 2 today, but it takes me a while to get there because I can't find any of the books right now because I have like literal piles. Do you see that? Yeah. Piles everywhere on either side of my desk. There is just so much happening. But I also have been loving the vlog content. I've been loving watching it from other people, and I've also been loving doing it. So I'm like, what if I combine the two? You know, one of the videos that I wanted to do was like summer romances to read. I can easily fit that into just like a summer vlog video. So let me know how you feel about that if you're into it. I don't know when you'll see this video because I filmed like 3 reset videos because I end up getting so much footage for them. So I don't even know when any of these are going up because I need to figure out when I'm going to edit them. I'm feeling real scatterbrained today. Even though I have gotten like so much done and so much accomplished, I still am everywhere. So now that I am kind of caught up on my to-do list, I think it's time for me to kind of sit down and figure out what am I doing with like this massive amount of content that I've filmed. When am I posting it? Ow. When am I gonna edit it? Ow. Oh, ow. Etc. etc. All that stuff. Dear God. Oh my God. I just don't want to wear my hair up anymore. Okay, I'm gonna need to get a scrunchie and like put it in a scrunchie because I need to figure things out, okay? Like, that's basically where we're at. So I'm going to relocate to the couch because I've been talking for so long from filming and I haven't filmed in so long that I just want to be on the couch and vibe. That's what we're gonna do. Oh my God, my hair. really good day. I had a super productive day. I have checked off a bunch of things off my habit tracker. I had some time to myself too, which is lovely. And I got a ton of work done. So I'm really, really happy about that. So I feel like I am kind of on track, but it always feels precarious. And I think I just need to accept that. That's why I'm trying to do this kind of video where I'm talking about how I get back on track after kind of like a couple of days where I haven't been, because I want to show you guys that like it's not impossible to like have those good days again and to get back on track, but falling off of track is totally okay too, and to be expected, especially if you're kind of in a situation like myself where I'm really working on figuring out the bigger picture of things and figuring out what that looks like for me. It makes sense that I'm going to fall off the wagon sometimes and be so exhausted, because it is something that takes a ton of work. Like it is something that is super, super tiring. So I think it's just important, like, go down to the simple things when I do fall off the wagon. And what I mean by that is if I'm feeling like I haven't really like accomplished anything in a few days and I'm feeling kind of like shitty about that, what I will do is find like one or two or however many things that are super simple, low energy tasks that I can get done very quickly. So then I do feel accomplished. Like something as simple as going and emptying the dishwasher, tidying up the house. Like that's what I did after I was done filming. Before, like I really wanted to sit on the couch and kind of just relax, but I was like, the space feels cluttered again. And I know that if I take a little bit of time now to take care of it, I won't have to worry about it later. So I took some time to just kind of tidy up the house because I know that makes me feel better. So in addition to doing like productive things that I feel like are going to boost my mood because it makes me feel like I've done something and can check something off of my to-do list, I also will try and find a task that is, once again, easy, not going to take a lot of time, but that is just going to make me feel good. So it doesn't have to be anything that is like contributing toward work, or like for me it was cleaning my space because I knew that things being untidy was just stressing me out. So I knew that if I cleaned stuff up and it wasn't going to take that long, I was going to feel a lot better. But it could look like doing a 10-minute meditation, reading for 10 minutes, or just sitting there for 10 minutes. Like that might seem to negate the issue of getting back on track, but part of the reason that I've fallen off track is usually because I'm lacking motivation, because I'm just feeling exhausted. So kind of setting a timer for myself and be like, okay, I'm going to do nothing for this period of time. Then I know that after that, I will get started on something simple. The worst thing that you can do, and I am so bad for this, I do it all the time, is the second that I start feeling good and feeling better, I just rip off a band-aid and I'm like, we are going to do everything, because I've been wanting to do things for that period of time that I have been procrastinating and not actually doing anything. But that's just going to send me right back to where I was before. It's going to be the cycle of like falling off the wagon, then getting back on for a little bit, and burnout. That's essentially how it leads to burnout. So I think it's important to like trick your brain into having these small accomplishments that make you feel good, so then you can eventually get to those bigger tasks that you may have been putting off. I think that's a great thing to do. I think prioritizing is a great thing to do, making a schedule and making a game plan, and also being realistic to yourself and getting back to those basics. So what is the bare minimum that you need to do to feel good, to feel like you had a good day? And then do that and slowly maybe add on more if you're feeling like you can. Don't try and like reinvent the wheel, just do the minimum. I have come to the realization many times that I overextend myself. I have come up with way too many things that I want to do. So I have been trying to think of, okay, how can I minimize that? How can I get around that and like make myself a reasonable to-do list that I can actually accomplish, instead of every single day I would have a bunch of things on my to-do list. And eventually I got it down to like, I would have maybe 10 leftovers, and then I got it down to having like 4 or 5 leftovers. And then today I actually accomplished everything. So I'm getting there, but just remember that it is a journey and we are on this journey together. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it may have helped you out. I'm sure that I will do more of these getting back on track videos because, like I said, it's inevitable that I will be off track sometimes, but I think that having you guys and like doing this together and going through things together makes it more fun to try and get back to what I want to be, you know? Like, I'm doing this for myself, essentially. I am doing these things because they make me feel good. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another new video soon. Bye!